Good afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 4 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube. In the headlines, a man falls overboard on a fishing trip in Manzanilla. The body is later found. Americans warned against coming to Trinidad and Tobago amidst high COVID infections and deaths. And internationally, the U.S. announces changes to COVID-19 travel policy, one-day tests now required. And now the news in detail. The body of a man was found in the waters of Manzanilla yesterday. The deceased has been identified as Scotty Mitu of Ottawa Village, Mayaro. The body was found by fishermen in the waters in Manzanilla around 9 a.m. The police were notified and the body was brought to the shore, where it was examined and removed to the Forensic Sciences Center in St. James. A post-mortem is expected to take place. Mitu was reportedly out fishing with another man around 2 p.m. on Monday when they encountered rough waters. A large wave hit the boat and it overturned. Mitu drowned. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control is warning Americans against travel to Trinidad and Tobago. The CDC placed TNT in its level 4, very high category, which advises U.S. citizens to not travel to countries listed or to ensure they are fully vaccinated if they must travel to those countries. The CDC warned, however, that because of the current situation in Trinidad and Tobago, even fully vaccinated travelers may be at risk for getting and spreading COVID-19 variants. TNT, which was previously at level 3, joins a number of Caribbean countries that have been added to the level 4 list over the last few months, including Barbados, St. Kitts and Nevis, Dominica, Cayman Islands, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Bermuda and Guyana were dropped to level 3, while the British Virgin Islands dropped to level 1. The CDC's warning comes as TNT is experiencing a spike in COVID cases due to the Delta variant. There are no recorded cases of the new Omicron variant that has been detected in other countries in Europe and Canada. November was the deadliest month since the pandemic hit our shores last March, with 2,177 deaths and new infections rising every day in the hundreds. Over 643,000 people in TNT are fully vaccinated. Internationally, the United States will now require all inbound travelers, regardless of nationality or vaccination status, to provide a negative COVID-19 test result taken 1 day prior to travel. The updated regulation comes into force early next week, although the exact date is still unknown. Originally, the U.S. required tests be taken 3 days in advance, but the Biden administration says the tighter testing timeline will add a degree of public protection. The move comes as scientists continue to assess the COVID variant. At this time, all air passengers 2 years and older must present a negative result or documentation of recovery from COVID-19 when checking in for a U.S.-bound flight. Rapid antigen and PCR test results are accepted. All non-U.S. travelers are required to be fully vaccinated to enter the United States unless exempt. In TNT, antigen tests start at $300 and results are usually available in 20 to 30 minutes. PCR tests start at $900 and it usually takes 24 to 48 hours to get back results. And that was the 4 o'clock news on the streets, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube. Recapping the headlines, man falls overboard on fishing trip in Manzanilla. The body is later found. Americans warned against coming to Trinidad and Tobago amidst high COVID infections and deaths. And internationally, the U.S. announces changes to COVID-19 travel policy, one-day tests now required. Do enjoy your afternoon and be safe. Aisha Wells, she's up next.
From the street. News from the street. 919fm.com.
This year, be mobile coming bigger to make your season brighter. So much giveaways to offer. Move with green and be a winner. Win groceries and cash. Home tech makeovers. Free service for a year and a brand new car. Go wish it, just win it.